にするんだ。どのデッキにするんだ。どのデッキにするんだ。どのデッキにするんだ。どのファイトにするんだ。よし、勝負だ。
さあ行くよ。スタンドアップヴァンガード。
スタンドアンドドロー。ライド。スキル発動。ステリオルコール。ターンエンド。
僕のターンドロー。ライド。スキル発動。
Okay, I have one person watching
ヴァ
me,
ンガードにアタック。
so I'm so used to mic. Then again, there was also one person watching me who was playing Xenoverse 2 and I wasn't using the mic, but then again, I was just basically grinding for
ドライブチェック。
the event, which is ongoing. It started yesterday and I just played today.
パワープラス。
And I did my 100k, it was like 200k damage. It was within the top 3 last I checked. So I needed that. And my game is still technically the base game without any DLC besides the free DLCs that give you the decks. Like, what was it
スタンドアンドドロー。
again? I forgot the name of one of the key cards. Ouch. Discarding a perfect card.
ライド。
Okay, what was the card again?
スキル発動。
Wild Overdress? Cross Dress? I forgot the
ス
name.
テリオルコール。
Raven. It is the Wild Dress. Wild Dress or whatever it is.
パワープラス。
And Lorne, the dragon thing. I think that was part of the deck set.
パワープラス。ダメージチェック。
And that's about it when it comes to those are the only DCs I got because I have no money. Technically, I do have money on PayPal.
ガー
I
ド。
do have a debit card, so technically I can just hook up my Steam to get my debit card.
スタンドアンドドロ
Then
ー。
I can literally card slash for those DLCs.
僕の分身。ライド。
Mostly because so I can update this deck to be nearly one-to-one to my real life deck or to be the ideal version of my real life deck. Because I have Flagberg in real life.
スキル発動。
Oh, he retired my grade 2.
リオルコール。
And there's a new anime for Vanguard Year Days. I'm not Vanguard Year Days. For Card Fight Vanguard, which introduced two new mechanics to the game. The first mechanic is energy. They created a card already. And how Bushi is doing that for official tournaments is extremely BS. Because we can't use dice for the counters when we just need a 10-sided die. So we're gonna be forced to buy official Bushi products for something like a counter. Oh yeah, and which means minimum deck size, not minimum deck box sizes will need to be increased now, especially if you double sleeve your cards. Because of the energy cards, you need to. You already have a 50 card main deck, which I know Bushi has increased the deck limit from 49 main deck, 4 cards right deck. Normally because there's other cards where you can have more cards in your right deck. 2, do I have any card to discard? I have this card to discard. I don't activate. Call this card here. Call this card here. My opponent's at 2 damage and I'm at 4. And face. Swing. No, I should have activated the card that's in my soul. If I did that, I would have been able to do greater combos. I would have gotten my 5 attacks. I can't get my 5 attacks here. I can only go up to 4. And the next is the Divine Skill, which is a once per game skill, which means you have to specifically use it and you have to time it well. If not, you're gonna waste it, especially if it's like a 2-turn skill. And I can only draw a card. Then again, I can also retire, so I can draw a card and retire. So there's that. I'll draw my card. I have no more heal triggers left in my deck. And he can guard with like 1 card. Oh, he chooses not to. Useless. Useful, as long as these 2 survive. My opponent's just a 4. We're 4-4. I have a slight hand advantage and board advantage. I have 8 cards. Yeah. I have 8 cards in hand, he has only 5. And he only has 1 card on board, which is the Vanguard. The Divine Skill is pretty cool. The Kether Sanctuary one's pretty nice because it allows you to turn every trigger besides fronts and draw and over trigger into a heal trigger. And heal triggers are already heal triggers, which is super nice. But it's so situational. It's like if you pull the heal trigger, pull the heal trigger to decrease your damage from 5 to 4. And your 6 damage isn't a critical trigger or heal trigger, you're kind of dead. So it wastes the Divine Skill. Even though the Divine Skill puts it more in your favor by stacking all of the critical triggers. Like if you kept drawing critical triggers and you kept guarding with them, so they'll just all come back to you. So you can add them all back, so it increases your chance and also gives you a drive check. The Dragon Empire one has a potential of 10 drive checks, but you need to use the original Dragon Empire over trigger because its first skill is you can decrease this drive by 2 and it can attack again. Then his divine skill is when it attacks for the second time, you can that's an OD to pass. You can give this card
ドライブチェック
plus so for it to get 10 drive checks, you first need to attack with your first check, and one of those two drive checks needs to be the over trigger. So you stand back up, you get two. That's already four drive checks this game. Then you use the divine skill,
ヴァンガー
stands
ド
up,
アタックだ
gives you plus two drives, so it's four drives. So 4 plus 4, 8 when it swings. So 8 when it swings. And he activates a real, it's usable skill 2 minus 2, so from 4 it goes back to 2, so you get 10. I should have switched because this throw cannot hit. Oh well.
インターセプト
Oh well, it's my misplay. Uh, and that's the only I can think about from
ノーガード
Divine Dress or whatever, Divine Z or whatever the new anime is called.
ノーガード
Now, that's the only I can think about when it comes to Vanguard. It retires, I draw a card, gets plus 10,000 power, and he has to guard with 3 cards from hand.
ノーガード
He chooses to guard, he chooses to take it, so... Doesn't he have like a perfect guard? He only has like 3 cards in hand. If one of them was a perfect guard, he could have used it, and boom, he didn't have to discard. He needs to get at least 2 heal triggers. At least 2. We didn't check any of our over triggers, nor did we draw them, so there's a possibility.
ダメージチェック
Nothing.
ドロートリガー
And I win.
パワープラス
Because Flagberg has an easy win con. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I learned a lot from that game, which is that you need to make sure you do magic numbers. Which is a very traditional Vanguard thing, which I forgot because I barely played. Like, this is my only way to play Vanguard unless I go to a physical store. Technically, it's so easy to go there. It's just I have to walk to the place, to go to the public transportation, to go to the store. I do have money now, so I can spend money in the store. Then again, I just bought sleeves from China to compare. This is like gonna cost me like 500 of my currency, which is extremely weak to the dollar, so it's gonna be like $10 total, but but I bought like 5 or so packs of sleeves, so there's that. Hoping it's worth my money. There's in buying mostly because the cursed plus 4 cards in the cards. They should have make it a medium and a maximum like other card games. Magic has a minimum deck count for standard. That's one thing I remember. Don't know if there's a maximum. If there is, okay. If there's not, okay. Yu-Gi-Oh has a minimum max of 40 to 60. I don't know about Digimon or One Piece if they have a minimum or maximum card in their deck. But it adds more freedom. Like people can be like, I hope they did that, but I don't think Bushi will do that because like the advantages of having of a lesser deck count is good because it brings you more chances of getting a trigger compared to otherwise. But having more deck space allows you to play more cards. I just drew a perfect card. And I think that will bite me. Uh, what to think about? When it comes to politics, because I like reading about American politics. The border situation is becoming more strenuous as there's more and more law enforcement there. At least in the southern border, because currently the states that are at least the southern states are like, we want the border to be closed, while the federal government is like, we should have the border open. But I think the main reason is because there's a chance that we might have a World War III. Mostly because other countries are already doing the draft, which means World War III is getting close because like European countries are doing the draft, which means one of two things. One, World War III is coming, which is bad for all of us. Or two, they're planning to send more troops to Ukraine. If it's number two, it is okay because I am not in Europe, which is slowly causing me to be doxxed. But then again, I talk in my streams, and that stream where I talk is open, so people can just watch that. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, early over trigger. That's one of the worst type of over triggers. Like the early over trigger is the most annoying. It is literally the most annoying over trigger. Like that's like over triggers just makes us just so painful. Over triggers, they're very painful, especially if they're early. And you're happy if your opponent pulls it because they're less headache. So for my side, it's so painful. For him, it's like, or her, or them, it is okay because less headache because over trigger is not there anymore. Oh, and I'm going second, which means I'll get to ride grade 3 second. No, wait, I'm going first. I'll ride grade 3 first, which is not as advantageous for depends on the damage I take. I need to take at least 3 damage. I need to take at least 3 damage to do my combo. So I don't need. So I hope I don't heal. So then there's really nothing interesting happening right now. The only interesting happening to me is not to me is to F1 where Lewis Hamilton is moving. Lewis Hamilton is moving to Ferrari in 2025. That's the thing. Will we still have the world at 2025? Because tensions are rising up, man. Tensions are rising up. But then again, it's like, yeah, it's very scary because like Xi Jinping just purges military officers. So it's like, we won't get a World War III in its truest sense because we won't have an Asian front. We won't have an Asian front, so there's that. Never mind, I just need two. Because we already have a European front, a Middle Eastern front, and a South American front. Don't know what happened to Venezuela. Did they conquer their neighbors? Did anything happen to them? I don't really know. If I heal here, it's gonna be annoying. And I healed. So annoying. It's very annoying because I can do the combo wombo thing. It'll be great. But because of this, I can't do the combo wombo. Okay, what will I... I'll discard the counter charger. No, I'll discard this thing instead. I will reveal I have a copy of Flagbird so I can persona, right? And face. Okay, swing. If I get a trigger, I won't use this card. If he gets trigger, I won't use this card skill. Because like it'll be kind of pointless to use it because I would I won't even know. Oh my, might as well use it. Worst case scenario, I just have to attack the grade 1 instead. And I wasted it. Oh well. That's a fact of life. You can waste stuff if you gamble. That's why you shouldn't gamble. Technically, buying booster packs is technically gambling. One trigger, yes! And that is a no pass, or that is an OT to pass, which I no longer have. So all effects is going to my rear guard. Oh, you have a use. And that would have been my draw cards. Oh yeah, and Hasbro selling Dungeons and Dragons to 10 cent, which would be interesting. And there's also rumors they might sell the entirety of Wizards of the Coast, which means Magic the Gathering might become Chinese. Which will be good if you're in Asia, or it'll be good as a whole because China does not care about the woke stuff, so there's that. The only downside is like freedom would be decreased. Freedom, but then again, freedom already decreased because of woke stuff. So there's that. I wish the Gundam Seed. If the Gundam Seed Freedom movie is shown in my country, would I buy tickets or would I wait to buy it? I might be willing to buy a ticket or something. Anyways, yeah. I'll watch it. Even though the main stuff is already spoiled for me because I saw it on. I saw there's a ending battle scene was spoiled. Sheesh, it was spoiled. People kept spoiling me watching the spoilers, so I need at least two so I can just take two so I can guard one. Gundam Seed. I like watching Gundam Seed. Dun. I forgot the hum already. I watched Gundam Witch from Mercury. It's okay, but then again, I mostly it's okay. There's stuff I kinda dislike. It's like, oh my gosh, she got the over trigger. He literally got the over trigger. And that's annoying. And like the dark state's over. It's no longer called dark. Yes, dark state. It's so overpowered compared to all the other over triggers because it's like if you pull it early, it's basically yeah. It's basically yeah. Oh my gosh. The over trigger. The over trigger is like over trigger is like okay, but it's like but the main problem is that the over trigger of dark states is just the most busted. It's like the most busted because it's a permanent power buff. No other over trigger has that. No other over trigger has a permanent power buff. All of them, they only last a turn. They only last a turn. Which and they put the power in the wrong unit. Oh, never mind. That would have been 23. It would hit my rear guard, so hit my vanguard. So, regardless, it's okay. I would have still lost like one card advantage. Let's check. Can I even guard if it's? Dun, dun. Remember, remember a guy inlet has to go in first, has to swing first. This is a 15k shield, don't activate yet. Which he does have, he pulled the trigger I think. That's a heal trigger. You know he should have just taken it, hope for a trigger. Let's activate skill. Oh yeah, Gundam Seed Freedom, it made the most amount of money last I heard. Compared to all the other Gundam stuff. It made the most amount of money. Then again, Seed is very popular. Seed is very popular. It's like it's one of the few series that got a second anime adaptation. Yeah, got the second anime adaptation besides it getting a second season. Yeah. They got a second anime adaptation. 40, 50 plus episodes each. While Gundam 00, it's the 25, 25. Then I think same thing with Iron Blooded Orphans. Because the chances of them staying in the field is basically zero. At least one of them staying in the field is basically zero because then again this might be hit instead of that, but he has to discard 3 cards from hand. I mean guard with 3 cards from hand. And it is a 2 to pass! And my Vanguard's the only thing attacking left, so it's automatically everything to the Vanguard. They draw trigger. I drew a trigger, so close yet so far. But I think my opponent has less cards than that, and I'm at 3 damage compared to their port. And my hand is not that good. This thing needs to stay alive. Which oh my gosh. I have to perfect guard that thing. Then I have to guard with all my grade zeros, which is a bit annoying. Dun, dun,
スキル発動。
dun, 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 dun,
ヴァンガードにアタック。
dun, 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 dun,
スキル発動 完全カードだ
Oh my gosh, he got the thing to counter it.
クリティカルトリガーよ。
Uh,
クリティカルプラス。パワープラス。ドライブチェックね。
but anyways, he has to discard like 3 cards, right? No, it's 2 cards. It's either 2 or 3 cards.
ヴァンガードにアタック。
I am safe-ish
発動。
because my opponent swing with that first, so
発動だよ。
I can
パワープラス。
be okay. Technically speaking, I can just choose to take this. So let's check the numbers. 1, 2, 1 to pass. 2 to pass. Yeah, 2 to pass. Go.
ガードだ
And I can take one. I can take either of them. I'll be okay.
ドライブチェックね。
And they're both dry, so.
ヴァンガードを焼き払え。
No guard because
スキル発動。パワープラス。
because if we no guard that I can heal.
ノーガード
And plus I just need to get 2 triggers. Inlet. It would self die regardless. Another inlet! Ugh! That actually hurt me.
スキル発動。スペリオルコール。
That inlet actually hurt me because like
だよ。
the first inlet
パワー。
regardless it would be there. Is second inlet that hurt.
ヴァンガードを焼き払え。
スキル発動完全カードだ
ターンエンド。
俺のターンだドロー
I get to draw 1 card.
コールだコールコール
Hey, that inlet really hurt me. Like, could a PG that take this? Oh well. But that's the thing with Vanguard, you don't know your damage zone, so like, well.
ガード。
ヴァンガードにアタック
I only get 4 battles. 4 gets me the retire, right? Yeah, the 4 gets me the retire.
ヴァンガードへアタックだ
ガードだよ。
I used to have the hand advantage, but thing is, he gets triple drive, so there's that.
このスキルで
He used a blitz order.
完全カ
Let's
ード。
remove from the game.
ドライブチェック
Oh my gosh, that's heal damage, oh well. thing is, if he has a grade 3 in his hand,
ドライブチェック
oh my gosh. Inlet, I needed you to be there so I could. But then again, he had that PG in his hand, so it would have done nothing except like cost him to have, instead of 2 cards in hand, he would only have 1 card in his hand.
見えたよ
Technically,
あな
wait,
たの
yeah, it'll only be 1 card because he still has to decard because he can only do the free if you only have 1 card in hand. But he would have 2. Huh. Dun, 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 dun. Wait, do I even have heal triggers left?
ヴァンガードにアタックスキル発動スキル発動パワープラス
Nothing. I have to take it.
オーガー
Oh well.
ドライブチェックドライブチェック
And he only had 10 card left in that. Oh well.
ダメージチェック
If I drew one of my restanding cards, it would have saved me. Because it wouldn't have saved me. It would have just decreased him to only having 1 card. Because you drew that overtrigger, man. I did get my overtrigger, but it was a defensive overtrigger. So it was kind. And plus, it was so early game, so it barely mattered.
どのファイトにするんだ
It barely mattered. I'm just doing rank because that's the only thing I do. Because like I can't just make a room. We don't have a big enough audience to make a room for Dear Days. I don't have an audience. Dear Days to fix it up besides changing the price, which they'll never do. I think, but they did change the price, but the thing is just like so cheap. So the discount so small, so it's gonna be like eh. Basically non-existent. So it's like I doubt they'll be able to change the price. Is to allow like during those password fights, you allow a third person to view as a spectator. You just pick a person before the fight begins. You pick a person you want your POV to be. Their cards will be blank. That'll be their sleeve form. And boom. This game would have more players because like there's no tournament scene here. It's like at best this is a worse version of card fight area or tabletop simulator because it's like tabletop simulator card fight area, they have all the available cards already in their database because it's added by the fans, so there's that. But they already have all the cards, so people can play test or a tournament with card fight area and tabletop simulator because they can play test it that way. Why would a person buy this game? The only reason a person would buy this game if they want an automated simulator that is official and that is that is currently being supported because like remember there's another Cardfight Vanguard game which is Cardfight Vanguard that's in VR though, so I'm not sure its name, but it exists, so there's that. Oh my gosh, am I facing the same opponent again? It is that yeah, I think it is. Oh. They're going first, I'm going second. Oh.
スキル発動だよ
Dun, 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 dun. Who would win in a battle? Ugh. The only thing feels sad about these that they won't show us any of the original characters, just as a cameo. Like they don't show us Kai, they don't show us Aichi. They don't even have to speak. They just have to be cameos, man. They just have to be cameos. Like in Body Fight, they were cameos and they didn't talk. I'm not sure they talk. I didn't pay much attention to Body Fight. And there's a Japanese release for a reprint for Body
ダ
Fight.
メージチェックね
So there's that. If you still have your Body Fight deck,
パワープラス
there's that. Body Fight. It was like the second, third card game, but it died. It mostly died for two things. One, power creep. The other, the lack of anime. Which I don't understand why. Why don't they have an anime? Like their YouTube channel tried, but in the end it just died. Because Body Fight's name, like, is not as interesting as Vanguard's name. Like, Body Fight is such a kid's name, like kids game's name. Even though the mechanics of Body Fight, based on what I've heard, is more complicated, so
ノーガード
ドライブチェックね
early over trigger again. What's up with that? There must be a skill, because skills are allowed on ranks. I think
ダメージチェック
there must be an overpowered skill or something that allows my opponent to keep pulling over triggers from the get-go. Like,
スキル発動
come on, man, this is like their second over trigger that they drive check. I haven't drove checked my over triggers. I damage checked one
ノーガード
and I drew one. I also dislike that the fact that the over trigger's defensive shield is not 100 million. It is so annoying.
クリティカルプラスパワープラス
It's so annoying. Make the defensive shield the same. Like, we really lack defensive options in Vanguard. We used to have a lot more defensive options, but they all died away.
ライドスキル発動ステリオルコールヴァンガードにアタックだ
ノーガードだよ
ドライブチェッククリティカルトリガーだ
And now that thing will have a permanent crit and plus 10,000 power,
ク
which
リ
is
ティカルプラス
so annoying.
パワープラス
Those only ways to change to improve their days is for a viewer version, because like the only way to spectate a game in their days is for a person to stream their game and be a streamer. So that means the hand is completely visible when it's time to guard.
ターンエンド
私のターンだよドローライドだよスキル発動 スキル発動
Alright, that's just Dear Days. Vanguard Zero was so, even though when Dear Days came along, Vanguard Zero was still being played. But now, oh well, Vanguard Zero is gone. The only thing we have left is Dear Days. But then again, what type of content left do you have for Vanguard Zero?
スキル発動ヴァンガードにアタックだよスキル発動
This is the only way I can guard. And he's only twin drive, so I'm a bit safe there.
フロントトリガーよ
Front trigger?
パワープラス
That's a bit
ドライ
annoying.
ブチェックねクリティカル
Critical trigger, then again this, oh my gosh. Depending where he gives it to,
パワープラス
He should have given it to the other one because it'll become bigger. It'll become bigger. I also dislike the fact that the grade ones in their days is only 5k shield, not the 10k shield standard of V era. But then again, they made it more similar to the original version of Vanguard. But still, the draw trigger of their days is 5,000 base power. Where trigger power is at least 10,000. Oh, that just hurts. And that just makes the draw trigger the worst trigger in the game. I feel sad I have to do this. And face. Boost. Swing here. This is a 10k shield. And he's just taking that. I would have to hit it regardless because of attack pattern thing, because of stuff. So regardless, I'm still gonna hit even though it looks dumb to my opponent. But it's just for numbers, man. It's just for numbers. He intercepts that, but doesn't really change anything. Literally doesn't change anything. And he has to know discard 3 cards to guard or hope I don't crit. Unless he has the blitz order. I really don't have to worry about that card anymore. But things, can I even survive? That is the question. Can I even survive? He was right in choosing to blitz order that because he would have lost. Is Vanguard a dying game? Kinda. Only because I don't go out. At least to me, it feels like a time, but then again, that's mostly me because I don't go out, I don't go to card tournaments, which are still ongoing. Then again, I don't check on Facebook. But they're still ongoing. The card shop that I can go to has them every Tuesday, but problem is, all my classes are in the afternoon. So if I wanted to, I have to like skip class, which is a no-no for me. Like I don't skip class. So even if I wanted to, I can't skip class. So yeah, can't skip it. Nagar just Hope for the best.
クリティカルトリガー
I got the trigger. Wait. What's the skill of this card first? Okay, when this unit attacks. Okay, yeah, putting the power here
クリティカルブラ
because it is a more important card. Now,
スキル発動
dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
スペリオルコール
That's kinda dumb.
ヴァンガードのアタックだよスキル発動
If he gets one trigger, my plan is kinda
ス
dumb.
キル発動だよスペリオルコール
Oh my gosh, it's standing, not rested. Oh well. Because it is standing, not rested.
スキル発動 完全
Because
ガー
it
ド
is standing, not rested. So
ヒールトリガーよ
he got a heal trigger. He can't heal it. He has to give it to
パワ
one
ー
of these guys. He gives it to that boy over
ド
there.
ライブチェックドライブチェック
And I am dead. Not really, but my plan is kind of dead. Like, does this call rested or stand? That's one of this.
パワープラ
Those
ス
are for one grade. Okay, it calls it at. He calls it at stand. So no guard, just take it. Hope I 6 damage heal.
ダメージチェック
I did not 6 damage heal. I don't have enough to guard.
負けたよ
I only have like 15k to guard. Yeah, you're OT, man. You're OT.
け
Ugh. That over trigger. That over trigger. Ugh. Oh, it's Kagero now. Not Kagero. Dragon Empire. Interesting. Just take all the swings. Plus I have no rear guard, so he gets to draw his measly one card. Oh man, even if I guarded that, I would have taken the Vanguard, so no changes really.
スキル発動ヴァンガードにアタック
ノーガードだ。
ドライブチェック
ダメージチェック。
ターンエンド
俺のターン。ドロー。ライド。スキル発動。スペリオルコール。スキル発動。スペリオルコール。
Swing with the Vanguard first, hope it
ヴァンガードにアタッ
sticks.
クだ。
ノーガード
ドライブチェッ
There's
ク。
nothing that I can think about right now. And I said that I don't think about stuff. Why do I say those words? Then again, I tend
ダ
to
メージチェ
repeat.
ック
I tend to repeat.
ヴァンガードにアタック。
ノーガードダメージチェック
ターンエンド。
私のターンドロー私の力見せてあげるライドスキル発動スペリオルコールコールスキル発動
Okay, OG Overlord must be he's also not running the DLC, or she's not running, or they're not running the DLC because the DLC you don't ride Dragonic Overlord anymore in the ride deck. You ride Dragonic Overlord DN in the ride deck. In exchange, in exchange, but then again, it makes you more make. It doesn't make you less it still technically makes you more peace reliant because you're more dependent on being able to ride and he just made one of his biggest misplays. He swung with this first. You don't do that. You don't do that.
ヴァンガードにアタックスキル発動パワープラス
That's a one to pass. Putting this as well. A O. This is a two to pass
ガー
now.
ド。
ドライブチェックドロートリガー
He can give all of X to Vanguard, which pushes him. But if he doesn't get the second one, he gets the second one. Could have just no guarded that. Oh well, that's life. You guess some, you guess wrong.
パワープラス
You guess right, and you can guess wrong.
願いをすべて込む
And I'm taking 2 hits, and his Vanguard can reason with that power boost. The only saving grace I have would be it'll be more difficult for him because wait, it will stop this thing now.
ダメージチェック。
Come on, I didn't get another trigger. I have no way to guard, so the only way I can guard left is with a perfect guard. So I was deciding to. Oh, he uses a skill then. Who wouldn't use a skill? The Vanguard's overpowered now, and he just needs one trigger for the other thing to hit. Oh my. Never mind. He should have placed this here so this thing can hit. The only thing this thing does is just it makes it bigger. And he only has like one trigger. But if he gets another critical trigger, I'm dead. Yeah, I'll literally be dead. I guarded too much. I did a 2 to pass on my opponent. And my opponent just got lucky. My opponents are getting lucky. Which is kind of sad because I'm known for my luck. Then again, I haven't been playing Vanguard for so long, so all the bad luck accumulated for not playing Vanguard is coming out to bite me now. Like, I have the same opponent who over triggered twice in a row for the games. Like, oh. Because I need my soul for inlet call. He's smart, he chose to intercept that. Because in the end, all of his triggers will die because this thing can't hit the Vanguard, so... Excuse me. He should just let it die, because this thing will die either way, so... Okay, Dragon Overlord. But still, I lost the person who played Dragon Overlord in this play. Like, he went with Burning Horn to swing first. Like, who does that? Burning Horn gains power each time your Vanguard swings. Like, they should have hit with Nahalem first. It is the BTO3. Here, one has more cards. Let's drop us more cards. I just drew a critical trigger. They have to guard with 3 cards, so technically it's like discard 2 to guard 1. But then again it's like, yeah. This is a OT to pass. Literally over trigger to pass. And I only just get the crit. Wait, didn't I say he drove check the end? So he could ride the end right now. I'll just make him 18,000, so it's like, there's that. He rides the end, gains plus 5,000 power. But now he has to discard 2 cards, then again he will drive check 2. So there's that. He only gets to stand twice, so this is a smart play. Put this is like over trigger to pass. So if he over triggers, I'm dead anyway, so Wait, that head is different. That head is not Dragonic Overlord the end. That head is something else.
ステリオルコールパワープラス
Never mind, it is Dragonic Overlord the end. But the teeth are not showing, so it made me think of Dragonic Overlord the Rebirth or Dragonic Overlord the Destiny?
スキル発動
The Destiny? Yes, the Destiny. The Purge is a grade 4.
完全ガードだ
ドライブチェックドライブチェック
Oh my gosh, he has no rear guard, so I can't do 3 attacks. I can't do 5 attacks. He has no rear guards. Never mind.
ゴールだゴールだ
Oh wait.
スキル発動パワープラス
Never mind. I still can't do anything, sheesh. Annoying.
ガードにアタックだ
I can't do 5 battles because I don't have enough CD. I don't have enough counter blast, so I'm dead. Oh well, the only thing I can do is like do 4 swings to draw a card and kill his back row. It does nothing, don't activate it because I'd rather draw a card. My opponent guarded a non-hitting attack. Must be they're really new to the game. They must be really new to the game because like the attack wouldn't hit. Why would you guard? Those are just defensive cards though, because it taps out at 10,000 base power for attacking, but it doesn't have it'll be like 6, 5, 7, 12,000. So it's almost equal to a trigger unit. I draw a card. And it's inlet. He has a PG to block. He has to discard 1 card now.
単線ガード
Okay, what will be my twin drive? Nothing.
ドライブチェック
Over trigger. That's when I drive check my over trigger, when it's basically pointless. How bad is my luck, man?
パワープラス
At least I got the perfect guard, so there's chance for me to survive now. And I heal because of the over trigger skill, so there's not.
私の
My over trigger was my last drive check, so yeah, I needed to at least draw a card. No guard the first swing because like
ドライブチェック
I can't do anything like
ドライブチェッククリティカルトリガークリティカルプラスパワープラス私の
taking 2 swings.
ダメージチェックヒールトリガー
Heal triggers bad, but power's nice.
パワープラスダメージチェック
I needed that. Excuse me. One, two, three, four, five.
スキル発スキル発動ステリオルコールパワー
This bad playing is the reason why I think I'm gonna win. Like, they're playing badly. Like, he has so many cards. He could have called two more to swing, but he chooses not to. The only way he wins here if he over triggers. Like, literally, they have to over trigger just to win. They literally have to over trigger. If they don't over trigger, they have no chance of winning.
ヒールトリガー
They healed, but heals bad.
パワープラス
They literally have to over
ド
trigger.
ライブチェック
Over trigger or nothing.
ターンエンド
俺のターンだドロー
And phase. Move this to the back. Call this.
スキル発動パワープラスヴァンガード
5k guard. He's just taking it and hope he gets a trigger. There's a stop. If not, he has to keep guarding all the attacks.
スキル発動
But then again, he might be planning to take the Vanguard swing. Like if okay, he at least chooses to guard because like if you're gonna take one hit, take the first hit. If all of it like the first couple hits are gonna be the same guarding them, just take the first hit. Which I shouldn't have done because like my previous games. If I have guarded that first hit, I might have survived. Or did I guard that first hit? I'm not sure.
ガード
Three. This is the third battle. This is the fourth battle now. Don't activate.
ノーガードダメージチェック
Okay, now he's gonna try and guard this thing. He has 3 cards exact, so he can guard this thing. But he will not have any cards in hand. But he'll have thing is oh my gosh, I'm still dead. I'm still literally dead. Because if he can guard this attack, which he did do, oh my gosh, all triggers.
ガード
ドライブチェックヒールトリガーだ
Okay, heal is good. This will do nothing except oh I have a defensive. I have defensives. Okay. If only there was an allowed trigger. But either way. He has no cards in his hand. He'll draw 1 card.
ほらスキル発動
スタンドドロー
Thing is I have to take the first hit. I have to literally take the first hit.
ヴァンガードにアタック
That's the question. I can guard. Oh wait, I'll count his triggers first. Okay. Oh my gosh. A 2 to pass.
ガードだ
ドライブチェック
Okay, nothing.
ドライブチェック
I haven't seen this over trigger though. I literally haven't seen this over trigger. Well, that okay. Drop. 1, 2, 3.
このスキルで決着よ
I only saw 3. 4,
ヴァンガ
5,
ードにアタック
5 crits. That's 5 crits. No guard, because there's pretty good chance he might over trigger, that's the thing. Oh my gosh, he crit! But then again, it's like I could have guarded that if it was good, but like, but then again, I should have just guarded it. But in the end,
ドライブチェック
the opponent was lucky. Oh, he healed, which means there's a chance for me to heal. Like, don't even have heals left though. Let us check if he did this. This is 2 to pass. I would have just done a 2 to pass, so I would still die. Should have taken the first hit and guard the rest. Oh well. I need to burn all my bad luck. So there's that.
クリティカルプラスパワープラス
Bad luck, be gone now.
負けたよ
I lost. What did I press? Because I pressed to. Yeah, I learned a lot. I learned to do always take the first hit, but oh well. I learned to take the
どの
first
ファイ
hit.
トにするんだ
And it's 1 a.m. right now. So I'm just gonna go to sleep. So bye guys. Oh no, where did I get the bye guys? Oh, it's from the YouTuber that used to be known as MTG Lion. Then they changed their username. Well, anyway, still bye guys.